Hey, Regina here with Tarot and Time, and I'm here to introduce you to Christine Dorsey. Welcome, Christine.
Hi, Gina. How are you? Thanks
I'm
for having me.
absolutely. We're so happy to have you part of our team in Kent, Connecticut and virtually,
Yep.
right? So you have two offerings with us. You're offering Reiki sessions, which I've
Mhm.
had some, and they are incredible. I've actually had two sessions with you so far. No,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, two sessions.
Yep.
And the first one, I felt like I just kind of floated off your table and I walked around the town that you're in and I felt amazing. I felt so good for almost a solid week after. And then the
Excellent.
second session I had with you in our space in Kent, I kind of had like the opposite, not opposite, but like I felt like I needed deep sleep after. I
Mm,
really took it in deeply.
yeah.
Right? It's amazing the different reactions to a session.
Energy is so interesting, isn't it? Right?
Really is. So tell us what people can expect. You have 60-minute sessions and you have 30-minute sessions. So what can
Yeah.
people expect in those sessions? And then we'll talk about the other offering, which is one-on-one readings.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm an intuitive energy healer. So I'm a Usui Reiki master. I'm also advanced level integrated energy therapy. So what happens is when I'm working on a client, whether it be in person or virtually, when I am scanning over the body, what happens is I'm able to see stories, traumas, emotional blockages held in different areas of the body. I do have a gift, as some other healers may have as well, where I can see the actual event, the person, the emotion, the age you were at, the age the other person was at. Sometimes loved ones will come into a session. And the way I say it is, whatever way spirit wants the session to go is exactly how it will go. And the information that comes up is what's meant to be. It's for you, not for me. And so sometimes what we're going to do is we're definitely going to move energy, right? We're going to move that energy through, but we're really peeling away the layers of an onion in a sense. So each session will feel different because there's a lot of energetic stuff that gets stuck on us over the years, over days, through stress, through anxiety, again, traumas, anything that's happened to us in our lives. 30 minutes is a dip in the pool, but really good. 60 minutes is much better. But I would say for 30, it's really, really wonderful for children. And I have worked with many children, special ed children, children who have anxiety issues. So as young as 4 years old and going up to, 15 and 16. So that I do a 30-minute session on because children are just so responsive and receptive to energy work, and it really helps them so much. So that's just a short little, brief summary of kind of what can occur. So I
Awesome.
love it. Yeah, it's
I
really
loved it
just
too,
so
boy.
exciting. Yeah.
Can't wait
Good.
for
I'm
my
glad
next
you.
session. Can't wait. So tell us more because, like, when we first opened, we were in the midst of the pandemic. And so Tarot and Time in general got pushed into the virtual world, which we had never planned to do.
Sure.
But I'm kind of happy it happened that way for us.
Yeah. Mhm.
So tell us more. Like, I think people are a little skeptical at first about virtual sessions in general.
Yeah.
So, can you ease their mind about that?
Sure. So I'll give you a perfect example of what would happen in a virtual session. What I would do in a virtual session and in person is we do begin with an opening meditation, and that grounds us and protects us, which is what we always want to do in energy work. And then I always tell a client via virtual, get in a space, make sure you have that hour or whatever it may be so that you can relax. Nobody can interrupt you. You can even fall asleep. You can have your phone or your laptop next to you. You don't have to be looking at me. If you can hear me, that's great. For instance, I had a client a few weeks ago, and her kids were all still in school, except for her infant who was taking a nap. But the infant woke up, and I said, whatever you have to do is fine. Just remember, you're still getting this energetic work, whether you're awake, asleep, whatever the case may be. So she muted herself on her end. The baby woke up, of course, during the session. But as we reviewed what happened, she said, you know what? when you were over my shoulder, I felt it. She goes, I felt this surge of energy. And we happened to talk about what I picked up in that area. Some clients will fall asleep, and I'll say to them, look, if you think you're going to fall asleep, put an alarm on your phone to wake you up a few minutes before the end of the session, because you're still going to get the energy, but I don't want you to fall asleep. So we still can
Right,
talk at
right.
the end. But and then when we're awake, when we're done with the session, what I like to do is tell them what I picked up on before they even say anything. I ask them how they're feeling. I ask them if I could share what I've gotten, and I will share everything I picked up on, because what's wonderful is I have a saying, how are you doing? Please don't tell me. I
Yeah,
don't want to know. I don't want to
right.
know about you. No offense. I don't want to know what's going on. I want it to be straight from source. I want to
Mm,
know that my ego isn't getting involved and making a judgment. So this way they know, my goodness, what she's saying is dead on. I haven't told her anything. We don't know each other. And,
right.
yeah. So that's
Fabulous.
typically how the session will go. And then I like to check in, if possible, 5 to 7 days after, just to check in. And I tell clients, treat it like you would get any other type of body work. Drink a lot of water, pay attention. We've moved a lot of energy. You might need a nap afterwards. You might have a
Yeah.
burst of energy. You might want to cry your eyes out. But whatever it is, honor it and let it happen, because we released a lot of energy and moved it.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
And I know like you mentioned for me like some stones that I could work with,
that's right.
and I really appreciated that part of the session too.
It's so interesting because for you, this insight came in, and it was funny because, if you don't mind me saying, it was
Yeah.
red jasper that came in, which was so
Yeah.
strange because red jasper isn't anything in my real. I don't have it in my studio. I don't usually use it, but for you, they wanted you to have it, and
Hmm.
so I was like, okay, it's your message, not mine, so here you go. I even sent you the spiritual definition, what it can do for the body, and then you
Yeah.
took that information and utilized it. I had an 8-year-old last week, and what came up for him was malachite. And I said, okay, well, malachite. And mom said, you know what? I'm going to get him some malachite and keep it in his room. I said, there you go. Perfect.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, again, I just honor what spirit, shares, and I share it with you, and it's for you to do what you wish.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So that is the Reiki offering. Now, we
Yeah.
also have you coming in on July 27th, I believe it
Yep.
is, as
Yep.
a special guest reader.
Yes.
So we usually have on Saturdays and Sundays a reader in house. We try to. And so you're coming in that day. And so tell us what people can expect out of a session like that.
Okay, great. So I'm an intuitive wellness consultant. I also have a certification from integrative nutrition. So I'm a believer. Not only am I intuitive, so I'm dealing with shamanic oracle cards that I absolutely love. And they are a very grounding set of cards that I use. And then I'm bringing in the ethereal from my gift, because my belief is we are here on this earth and we have to function. We have to live in this world. Let's bring in some knowledge here, but also bring in the practical and how we can bring that together, because that's what's important. How can we be our best selves, move forward in the best way we can in this world with the tools we have, and potentially tools that we can bring forward in our life. And so that's what I love to do, is have a really beautiful, practical, helpful, ethereal, psychic experience, if you can imagine, because I'm all about the practicality of that. We are here, what can we do here? What can I help you with here? And
Right.
I always want to be of service, rising Virgo. So, so I want to be able to help clients the best way I can.
Awesome. Okay,
Yeah,
good. I can't wait. I'm going to have to book a session on the 27th myself. I'm looking
that's
forward to
right.
having you in house. And so we have easy online booking if you want to book a session with Christine in Kent, Connecticut, or virtually anywhere. The
Yep.
readings on the 27th can also be done in person or virtually.
Yeah.
So we are thrilled to have you.
Well, thank you so much. And thanks for having me today. And I look forward to meeting you all.
Absolutely.